NFL Week 7 recap. Let's get it. First game on the slate, we got Bills at Patriots. And Patriots just made it tough on Josh Allen. He did not have a great game. He threw a pick, had a turnover. Mac Jones, the Bills defense had a tough time stopping this Patriots offense. Mac Jones was pretty effective, going 25 for 30 for 2 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson made the big plays when they needed it. And just all around, it just seems like the Patriots were in control of this matchup. Now, the Patriots defense did play well, but for the Bills, if you're allowing Mac Jones to throw for over 272 yards and 2 touchdowns, it might be a sign that you don't have the greatest defense right now. Next, we have the barn burner that was the Browns at Colts. Deshaun Watson started this game, but went out early and ruined my brother's fantasy football match. So, thank you, Deshaun. Jerome Ford, he was on fire and started this game, but also went down. But Kareem Hunt did pick up the rest. I am very impressed with this Colts offense, able to score 38 on this tough Browns defense. So, they definitely figured something out with that defense. Josh Downs had a heck of a day today. 5 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown. Minshew threw for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, did get sacked 4 times. Now, the Browns defense did struggle this game, it seems, but they also kind of won in this game, getting that sack strip fumble for a touchdown by, I think it was Myles Garrett. But regardless, P.J. Walker stepped up to the plate and definitely got things going, leading to the game-winning touchdown drive. The Browns right now after surviving against the Colts without Anthony Richardson. Next, we have the high-scoring affair that was the Commanders at Giants. Sam Howell, he did not play the greatest game right now. The Giants made it tough on him. Tyrod Taylor had a pretty good game, threw for 279 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley had also a good game, 77 rushing yards, 3.7 average, with 3 catches for 41 yards. So the Giants, they kind of find the groove, not really. The defense is stepping up now, but they finally got another win, so that's good for the Giants. I don't know, it depends how you're looking at it. Are they turning things around? I don't know. Are they playing better with Tyrod Taylor over Daniel Jones? Who knows? We'll only find out when Daniel Jones comes back. But this Commanders team is really struggling right now. The coaching's not the greatest right now. I'll say Ron Rivera's seat is on fire right now. So who knows what's going on with the Commanders room. They're struggling to find anything in the run. They're leaning heavily on the pass, especially when they go down early in the game. So it's not the greatest strategy. But yeah, there you go. 2 mid-teams right there. Here's a live look at the Eagles, watching whoever's fighting for 3rd place in their division. Next, we got the battle of the NFC South division. We got Falcons at Bucks. And I'm still high on this Falcons team, mostly because of this defense. This defense is what keeps them in games, and it's very impressive what they're doing right now. They were able to limit this Bucks offense. Baker Mayfield didn't have the best game today. He went 27 for 42 for 275 passing yards. Did throw a pick, got sacked 3 times. They started finding anything in the run game, only averaged 3.7 rush yards per carry for a total of 73 total rushing yards. Mike Evans, 6 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown. On the Falcons side, you got Ritter. He had a pretty good game, not a very impactful one, but still. For some reason, Bijan Robinson only got 1 touch this game. Drake London, he's starting to figure things out. Kyle Pitts is starting to get more production. And yeah, this defense is just, I think, is good enough to win this division. I'm still high on the Falcons, so let's see what they can do for the rest of the season. As for the Bucks, they're going to have a tough stretch the next couple of games, so we'll see how they do, how they survive those next couple of games. So my heart goes out for you fantasy owners who had Bijan Robinson in your lineup. That sucks. Next, we got this tough matchup. We got Lions at Ravens, and Lamar Jackson shows why he's still a quarterback and not a running back, and really exposed this Lions pass defense here. They really struggle to stop anything in the air, and of course, you know they do got some injuries in that secondary. I don't believe Brian Branch played, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson's gone for the year. Lamar Jackson had 357 yards in the air for 3 touchdowns. Lions were struggling to stop anything over there. Lamar Jackson, he got it done in the air and on the ground. For receiving, Gus Edwards, a catch at 80 yards. Wow. Zay Flowers got things going for them as well. As for the Lions offense, they just struggling against this defense. Defense was able to limit them. They were all over this O-line. Got 5 sacks on Jared Goff. Were able to cause turnovers. Jahmyr Gibbs, he was a bright spot, as well as Amon-Ra St. Brown, but that was pretty much it. The O-line was really struggling here. I think that was the key here. And yeah, just the Lions defense just got exposed right now for the secondary. "Keep my quarterback's name out your mouth," said every Ravens fans as they clearly dismantled this Lions hype train. Next, we got the game everyone was looking for, Raiders at Bears. Honestly, this should have been Sunday night's game. This is probably the best game of the week, of course. This was the battle between 3 backup quarterbacks. To start with Brian Hoyer, Threw 2 picks, couldn't get anything going. And then they put in Aiden O'Connell, who went 10 for 13. Also threw a pick, but also threw it for a touchdown. As for Tyson Bagent, or something like that, he was pretty effective. 21 for 29, threw a touchdown. That's good on them. The probably MVP of this game will probably be Devontae Foreman. Scored like 3 total touchdowns, I believe. He got 89 yards on the ground and 31 yards in the air, or receiving, I should say. Devontae Adams, he had a bad drop in the end zone, but still had 7 catches for 57 yards. The Raiders' offense could not get anything going against this pretty crappy Bears defense. So that shows you where the Raiders are right now. And the Bears kind of threw themselves out there. They might not get that 1-2 punch in the draft now, but we'll see how that goes. Next, we got the 1-win Cardinals against the Seahawks, and of course, the Seahawks defense is what they really were able to contain this Cardinals offense. And as much as I trash the Cardinals team, they're really kind of underrated. And we'll see how they do when Kyler Murray comes back. But Joshua Dobbs, he got 146 yards in the air, completing barely over 50% of his passes. Struggled getting much going there. Well, actually, their strength was the rushing attack. They averaged 5.1 yards per carry, so that's a good sign. Marquise Brown's 3 catches, 49 yards. Geno Smith was pretty effective. Did throw a pick, got sacked twice. It's average Geno Smith game. Kenneth Walker, MVP of this game probably. 26 carries for 105 yards. So yeah, it does seem like the Seahawks defense is starting to get better and improve as the season goes on. But watch out, one bad man is just waiting to come back to prove why he's a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. Next, we got Steelers at Rams, and the Steelers offense finally got things going. Kenny Pickett got 230 yards in the air. Najee Harris still struggling. Seems like Warren's going to take his job anytime now. George Pickens is showing why he's the wide receiver 1 on this team. Got 5 catches for 107 yards. Deontay Johnson came back. Also got 79 receiving yards. Matthew Stafford, they were also effective on offense. 231 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Royce Freeman, 5.5 yards per rush for a total of 66 rushing yards. Pretty good. Puka Matata owned this game pretty much. 8 catches for 154 yards, 19.3 average yards per catch. That was a pretty good game for him. Cooper Kupp took it to the side. He had 2 catches, 29 yards. Not much going there. Steelers defense is not what they used to be, but they still had 17 points. Not bad. But the Steelers got the win here. They are 4-2 now. Wow, I thought they would do much worse, but I guess not. They're looking good so far. Next is the Packers at Broncos. Totally did not have no interest in this game whatsoever, but the Broncos pulled it off, got another win. Good for them, you know. Was Russ cooking? Kinda. 20 for 29, 194 passing yards. Javonte Williams, was he cooking? Kinda. 5.5 yards per rush. So that's good for him on 82 yards rushing. Will the Broncos have a massive sale during the trade deadline? Possibly. Jordan Love kind of struggled in this game a little bit. 21 for 31, not too bad. You know, struggled to get anything going downfield. Most of the offense relied on A.J. Dillon getting some crucial first downs there. But, yeah, it's just another battle of the field goals here. Not much going. You know, 2 crappy teams. What can you say, man? Next, you have another great battle. You got the Chargers at Chiefs. Now, this was honestly a much more competitive battle than what the score indicates. In the first half, the offenses were going crazy, scoring left and right. Patrick Mahomes almost had, he might have had 300 passing yards by half. But he finished the game with 424 total passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. He had a heck of a game. He looks unstoppable with Travis Kelce, especially when Taylor Swift is in the stadium. So there's that. Justin Herbert was able to keep up in the first half. And then the second half started, and then there was only 1 touchdown scored in the second half. Defense says, I got this. But not for the Chargers. They couldn't contain the Chiefs for too long. Allowed a touchdown in the end of the fourth quarter. Chargers struggled to tie up the game in the second half. The Chiefs defense did step up massively, so that's good for them. Justin Herbert didn't have a bad game either. He did throw 2 picks. He kind of just threw it away at the end. They honestly should have just not chucked it down deep towards the end. But, you know, it happens. Joshua Kelly, he was killing him on the ground. I honestly thought they should have ran more with him. There's only something with Taylor Swift going to game that gets Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes going, man. But honestly, this match was definitely just a battle of the Chargers super fans versus the Swifties. Next, you got the Sunday night matchup. You have Dolphins at Eagles. Now, it's tough to get a win in Philly when, you know, they won't call a single penalty on the Eagles when they're at home. But I'll get to that later. The Dolphins, they were doing a good job on offense. They were able to move the ball. On defense, they were able to slow down the rushing attack, which is key to get a win over the Eagles. But the Eagles were able to adjust and step up by Jalen Hurts throwing it in the air. Got 2 touchdowns in the air. A.J. Brown went off 10 catches for 137 yards. It's in a touchdown. Dallas Goedert, National Tight End Day, of course, 5 catches, 77 yards. So they were killing it. Devontae Smith also made some crucial catches here and there. But for the Dolphins, a lot of the players went down, but it's not a big deal. The key here was the refs were missing so many calls. The Dolphins got 10 penalties called on them, where the Eagles got 0. And that's not to say that the Eagles played a clean game. There was definitely some obviously missed calls here, but still, the tush push, man, that's unstoppable. How can you stop that? It's honestly 1st and 9 every time they get a first down. So once they get within a yard of the first down or the end zone, they're gonna get in. That play is unstoppable. So they definitely figured it out there. Eagles are looking legit though. I think they got a good team there. The secondary for the Eagles did struggle against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle a bit. Dolphins also struggled to get anything going in the rushing attack, so what really slowed them down, limited them, their offense. The refs were a huge talking point this week, as the refs did miss a lot of calls and even costed the Colts the game on a suspicious pass interference call on the Colts. But that's neither here nor there. We'll see what happens as the season continues. And I'm totally not just a biased Dolphins fan complaining about the refs.